Peace. It's your boy Big Bro, coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. And what I do is report news from the block. Today we got a 20-year-old. Yeah, I said it. A 20-year-old suspected of a homicide in July. He'd been running away from police for 7 weeks. Just so happened either somebody snitched or whatever. I don't know what it was. But they caught up to him. And they arrested him right there on Marietta Street, it's downtown Atlanta. If you don't know what Marietta Street is, right by the Georgia Aquarium. By Georgia Tech, all that stuff down there. Phyllis Arena, the Georgia Dome, or Mercedes-Benz, all that's Marietta Street. It's sad to see what's happening in my city. And it's sad to see that it's black people that's doing it. And it's also sad that a black person got to report it. And it's also sad that we got other people, other black people like him, that's committing these crimes or even thinking about committing these crimes. And some of them are even getting away with it. Thankfully, this young man did not get away with it. And hopefully he'll be brought to justice. I hope he's brought to justice. From the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. For those who don't know, the AJC is pretty much our official newspaper. After 7 weeks on the run, suspect in the cab homicide arrested. The cab is DeKalb County. A 20-year-old man accused in a July homicide was arrested Saturday, the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office said. Tremayne Latner, who lives in Decatur, was charged with malice murder in the July 9th shooting death of Naeem James, investigators said. James was killed on Salem Trail in Lithonia. I know exactly where that's at. It's on the east, definitely it's on the far east side of Atlanta, but Salem, don't worry about it. If you know what Salem Trail is, you know. Latner had been on the run since the shooting. The sheriff's officer said he was arrested on Marietta Street in Atlanta and taken to the DeKalb jail. Georgia State Patrol, Atlanta Police, and the State Department of Natural Resources assisted with the arrest. The sheriff's office said Latner was being held without bond late Saturday, and I hope he doesn't get bond. I don't think anybody that is suspected of murder, malice murder, I don't think he should be out. Stay on it now. Especially when you've been on the run for 7 weeks. So we know you're a runner. He's a runner. He's a track star. We know he's a runner. So no, go and stay in there, man. Malice murder. Malice murder. What is malice murder? And what's the penalty? Malice murder is a felony offense in Georgia, which is committed when a homicide is done with express or implied malice. Malice murder in Georgia, a person who commits the act of murder can be charged to have committed malice murder or felony murder. Malice murder is applicable when somebody causes the death of another person that is deemed to be unlawful and intentional. Relative to murder, the term malice is considered to imply a clearly deliberate intent to kill, void of any legal justification for taking a life. In other words, you killed this man or woman and you had no legal justification for doing it. In Georgia, a conviction for felony murder or malice murder, as you see there, two the interchangeable synonyms. A conviction for felony murder can result in a sentence of life imprisonment with or without parole or a death penalty by way of legal injection. See, y'all ain't no shows finna show y'all this. Ain't no shows, nothing on YouTube or nowhere else. They're gonna show y'all how these things apply. Shout out to the Burns Law Group. I don't know y'all, but I go to y'all when I have these sort of issues where I need to find out what these things are. So it has felony murder, voluntary manslaughter, involuntary homicide, justification, DUI, drug cases, sex crimes. It has it all. So a malice murder, a person commits the offense of murder when he unlawfully and with the malice of forethought, either expressed or implied, causes the death of another human being. Express malice is that deliberate intention unlawfully to take the life of another human being, which is manifested by external circumstances capable of proof. Malice shall be implied where no considerable provocation appears, and where all the circumstances of the killing show an abandoned and malignant heart. This man killed for no provocation in cold blood. You see it? Let me blow this up a little bit. No considerable malice shall be implied where no considerable provocation appears, and where all the circumstances of the killing show an abandoned and malignant heart. To me, that's 90% of the murder that's going on. These are not revenge murders for raping my sister, sleeping with my mom. This ain't none of that. Raping my mom with her. This ain't none of that. This is just for no considerable provocation. No reason. No justifiable reason anyway. And you did it with an abandoned and malignant heart. In other words, in cold blood. This is what our people are doing right now. This is what this young man is convicted at 20 years old. 20. You kill somebody in Lithonia, you get arrested right downtown. At 20 years old, I don't expect you to know no different, man. I don't. I'm glad you caught. I hope you never get out of jail. Whoever this Naeem James, the family, hopefully this will close a chapter that's been open since July. I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. The family, the friends. It doesn't say how old Naeem was. Hopefully he didn't have kids. And if he did, that'd make it even worse. This is what was going on in these Atlanta streets. This is what's happening, man. Malice murder. Killed that man in cold blood for no considerable reason. No justifiable reason. This is where we at. So sad. This man's life is pretty much over. At the very least, a considerable amount of his life is over. He may get out on parole. He may, and he may not. Depend on how he does in jail. But we read ourselves. Life in jail with parole, or the death penalty. That's your only three options if you're convicted of that. And I'm glad that Georgia's taking this stance. To me, take that parole off. I don't want no parole. Build more jails. Let's get this lethal injection going, man. Let's get these people up out of here. Our safety, our lives are more important than these clown lives that keep going around here taking lives. If you dumb enough to go take a life for no reason, no considerable reason, then you should be dumb enough not to have yours. And I said it. And I meant it too. You dumb enough to take somebody's life for no reason. This is somebody's son you just took. We read what Malice murder was. No considerable provocation appears, and all circumstances of the killing show an abandoned and malignant heart. If he's convicted, if there's enough proof that shows he's the right person, I hope that Tremayne Latner never gets out of jail, at the very least. The family deserves justice, and I hope the judge, the jury, give it. If he did it. This is all alleged. But if he did it, I hope he gets what he deserves. With that being said, share this with your sons, your daughters. Quit trusting these people out here, man. Tighten up your circle. Get you a gun permit. Protect yourself. Get you a gun permit and protect yourself. Get a gun permit and protect yourself. Keep your circle tight. I got thousands of friends, people who I roll with, love to be around. But I got about 4 or 5 people in my circle that I go to their house. They got keys in my house. I could be around their kids and they know ain't no molestation and all this stuff going. All right, about 4 or 5 people. That's it. Keep that circle tight. Just for the young people. It's for the young people. This is what they're dealing with. It's what they're dealing with. Somebody got to tell them. Might as well be me. You can have all the friends you want. Friend somebody, you see in the streets, you see them in the club, you see them at school, you dap them up, you hang out with them on the on the not the corner at the gym or wherever y'all, just chilling. As far as this is who I'm rolling with, this is who I'm going to the mall with, this is who I'm going to. Nah, that need to be 4 or 5 people. This gonna be who at my house. It's who I'm allowing around my kids. This is who I'm taking to my parents. No, that list need to be 4 or 5 people. 4 or 5 people. I don't know what led me to say that, but I just felt that, man. They knew who this person was. They knew he did it. And he knew that they knew he did it. I guarantee you that Naeem James knew this dude. Or the family of Naeem James, or the friends, homeboys, whoever. They knew that this Tremayne Latner did it. And more importantly, he knew that they knew. That's why he was on the run for 7 weeks. Thankfully, he's been caught. If he's convicted, if he's guilty and convicted, I hope he never get out of jail. His life is over with. Hope he never get out. With that being said, y'all like the show, share it, talk to your kids, talk to your nephews, your nieces, your cousins, talk to them about this stuff going on, man. Tell them to subscribe to this channel, the Black Plague channel. Tell them to subscribe. Just go through all these videos, man, and just look at all the examples of the Black Plague that's going on in this city. And I will be expanding to a more nationwide, or at the very least regional. I will be covering the big time stories, but I like the small stories better. These stories like this right here. Naeem James, he deserves justice. That family deserves justice, but they also deserve a spotlight. This homicide deserves a spotlight, and that's what I'm here for. That being said, peace.